Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the northeastern desert, west of the Boulevard of the North Star, building a mountain base. This is another one of those build ideas that just hit me when I was scouting for good building locations, and due to how long it took to build, this will indeed be a speed build. Before we get started though, we of course have to thank the sponsor Nordvpn. You can get 68% off a 2-year deal with Nordvpn when you visit nordvpn.org/iradYT or use code iradYT at checkout. Stick around to the end of the video to learn more about how to unlock the full potential of the internet with Nordvpn. So, seeing as this is a speed build, let's get right into it. As with all my previous speed builds, I'll be talking through my ideas and inspirations behind the build, along with what I wanted to achieve and how I went about it. This video will be almost completely mod free, and for the construction I'll be using almost exclusively vanilla materials, excluding my choice of staircases and the occasional use of bridge pieces from the debaucheries of Decetto DLC. Either way, if you don't own the Yamatai DLC for the stairs, or the debaucheries of Decetto for the bridge pieces, these can easily be replaced. Firstly, I must of course apologise for the lateness of this video. As you will probably know if you've followed me for any length of time, especially if you're in the Discord, me and my sleep schedule have a very love-hate relationship, as in I love to ruin it and then hate myself for it. I have a particularly tenuous relationship with the concept known as waking up to what most people would call an alarm. Therefore this video unfortunately wasn't ready for the usual release time last night as, of course, I overslept massively. However, getting down to business, today's video is another one that just kind of popped into my head. While scouting for interesting build locations, I came upon this tall mountain formation near one of the map borders, west of the Boulevard of the North Star. This mountainside was too small and narrow for just one decent sized house. Therefore I decided to construct a base utilising the verticality of the area to create a decentralised, multi-leveled structure that includes storage, a workshop, living quarters, a small museum, office space and more. Construction-wise, I stuck to a very simple and natural material palette using earthly colours, mixing insulated wood with stone brick and tiled reinforced roof pieces. I was half tempted to utilise Yamatai or Arena, but we all know my unhealthy obsession with the latter, and I felt like the former just didn't really fit the area too well, so I went with a more muted and earthly material selection that would better fit the environment around the build. I avoided using mods during construction and decoration, making this build pretty much vanilla aside from the less building placement restrictions mod I pretty much always run. The idea behind building a base in this location is hard to explain as it's just another one of those ideas that, as I said, popped into my head. I can't put my finger on exactly what inspired it. We're all familiar with the idea of rustic huts hanging precariously on the side of a mountain, and I guess that is sort of what inspired this idea. By building a variety of structures and connecting them all together in a sort of decentralised and non-linear way, I endeavoured to create a flexible base that utilises the environment to its advantage. I think it could have been improved through the introduction of elevators, though that's something that would have to have been considered as I was building the base plates for each structure and connecting them together, as attempting to just throw elevators onto this build without consideration of the variables such as block size offset, elevator length, viable connections and such, would have resulted in a fairly messy or even completely non-functional elevator layout that probably would have been an overall detriment to the build. So I think that's about all I have to say at this stage of the build. As usual with these speed builds, I'll be back for the furnishing phase to walk through the finished design. Don't forget to of course check out the sponsors Nordvpn and Host Havoc through the links in the description, along with the links to the Discord, Twitch, Patreon and more. Enjoy the rest of the construction, and I will see you in the furnishing phase. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. I've added an entrance to the build on the left side of the mountain, and added some extras here and there where necessary. We'll start by heading over to the workshop tower and going through the build from there. The workshop tower is a simple and compact two-storey tower that contains various workshops for Thralls to work within, providing valuable resources to the build and at a safe distance away to keep the annoying noise of workers away from the living quarters. Heading through the small building near the entrance, these are the Thralls Quarters, where worker Thralls can rest whilst not working. These rooms could be reworked into guest bedrooms or even clan bedrooms if needed, depending upon the conditions you're using this build under. Heading up, we reach the storage house. This is where all the resources to build are stored, between the living quarters and the work section, so that they can easily be moved to either. Heading up again, we reach the first section of the living quarters. We firstly reach the very lavish office space, which features some very opulent and natural elements. Above this office is a small museum with curiosities collected from around the exiled lands. This room serves as a feature piece for the resident, and could definitely be expanded to become a larger gallery if needed. After visiting the high viewing platform, we cross into the main home of the resident. This building includes a kitchen and dining room, a lounge area, and a private bedroom. This building is perhaps the safest part of the build as it's high above the desert floor, so this would in theory be the last bastion of defence if the base was to be attacked. And there we have it, a mountain base in the northeastern desert, west of the Boulevard of the North Star. Thanks for watching. This was a very spur of the moment build that came out decently well, so I hope you all enjoyed it. As I mentioned earlier, this video is indeed sponsored by Nordvpn. If you want to stay safe on the internet and ensure you can't be tracked by shady individuals, all whilst being able to access Netflix, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Hulu, HBO and more regardless of where you live, all whilst maintaining blazing fast internet speeds, Nordvpn is the perfect choice for you. When you use my link or discount code, you can get 68% off a 2-year deal, which comes out to $3.71 a month, an absolute bargain price for such a great service that I use almost every day. The software is a small download and it's easy to use. One click and you're both connected and protected, and you have full access to the internet. Nord also has very strict policies on protecting your data, meaning you can browse in confidence. Visit nordvpn.org/eradyt or use code eradyt at checkout to claim this huge discount and get the best VPN service available on the internet, and also help me out a lot at the same time. As always, thanks to Nord for sponsoring the video. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. Again, don't forget you can get 68% off NordVPN when you use code eradyt at checkout, or you can go through my affiliate link in the description and pinned comment below. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, do consider becoming a patron. There are multiple tiers of support from $1 to $20, offering many different benefits from a mention in every video to Discord roles, and even sneak peeks of every new video before anyone else. The link to my Patreon is in the description, so if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to consider becoming a patron. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sir Dialot, Randar, Dawnfox, MK Pantheon, Sergeant Swede, and Shannara. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.